Maybe Arnold. Brian on the left, Arnold on the right. Matthew will start first, and he will have a 4-second advantage over Brian, who will have a half-second advantage over Arnold. We provide fancy paper towels for racing, but usually people just use their sleeves. We're making sure that the contestants can't hear. Okay, can any of the contestants hear? I think we are ready to begin. So, as I say again?
Probably they have the clock there.
What's that?
No, it's that they have the clock way over there. Before I was able to like catch the clock in the same shot. But
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Clocks, it doesn't even matter with these guys.
Sometimes.
Okay. Counting down to 15:05, then we'll begin. Our AV person, do we have sound from the announcers? Well, that's going to be hard to have commentary. Yeah. Is our tech person here from the hotel?
We can talk really loud.
Oh, hello. I think we're in business. All right, racingly, Brian and Arnold are going to start at the same time. I'll give Matthew a tap on the shoulder. On your mark, get set, Matthew, begin. Brian, Arnold, begin.
Well, it's a great day for a crossword tournament. Let's play two. I think for the 200 rookies who are here should know that that's been said just about every year in this tournament.
Just about?
Merle Regal and Neil Tony used to say that.
That's right.
At the beginning.
That's right, and we carry on the tradition.
Carry on the tradition. I should correct myself to start with. Arnold has actually been in a final before. He was in a B Final in the year of wordplay, which is 2005. When we were all like 12 years old.
Yeah, I wasn't even born. But Brian and Matthew, first time.
First time on that stage.
Very exciting, very exciting. And just a shout out to our first set of finalists, Lily, the other Brian, and Claire. Fantastic.
And while we're giving shouts out for debuts,
Yes.
it's important to note that this is the first time that Robin Weintraub has had a puzzle in the ACPT. And also the first time in 42 years that a woman has written the final puzzle.
Robin Weintraub, of course, sitting here just to our left, and we were also talking about the fact that you had a puzzle in the New York Times, which was the first puzzle to have the word glass ceiling in it. Seems all so fitting now, doesn't it? All coming together as you keep breaking them.
Meanwhile, the three guys on stage.
Seems like they do go to the same hairstylist. It's very blue. There's a lot of blue going on too. It's like they dressed in it. Yeah, it's actually a nice shape. It's a little bit of a, West Elm meets puzzles.
Matches with
Yeah,
the rats holding up the
bat
puzzles.
and the microphones. It's all very good.
I want to say that also, while we're doing it first, this is the first time that a New York Times, that ACPT final puzzle has contained a factual error in it. It says 2 down, see the blurb. It says, for anyone who can't complete this puzzle, Robin says, and the answer is, I am so sorry. I don't think she's sorry at all.
You know, and as a Canadian, I was like, an American must have written that version of an apology, because in Canada, saying so and then sorry is redundant. You would only say, I'm sorry.
Right.
No one is ever so sorry. They're like, we did that already. I'm constantly saying, I'm sorry. Canada, otherwise known now as this country's Plan B. I must say, actually it's true, I moved here 17 years ago. People talk to me very differently about Canada recently. It used to be teasing, like, oh, it's cold up there, and now it's more like, how cold does it get?
Not to mention that the foreign division here is like 6 people from Canada, so if you're...
Foreign!
Yeah,
We call it foreign now.
it's the
Yeah,
foreign
you're right,
division.
you're right. Speaking of, there's actually a little for the foreign division, 26 across. Might be easier depending
For the
on
Canadians.
where you learn your units.
A foot has 30.48 of them in the B clues. If you're, again, it's really worthwhile looking at the 3 sets of clues if you have a
Yes.
chance, because Robin, as all constructors, puts a lot of time into graduating those clues so they go from easy to medium to hard. Like 41 down in the C clues was lime-topped cerveza. The answer is Corona, because all the C finalists were out drinking last night.
Of course.
The B finalists get solar eclipse sight, because they're more serious, these guys. They're like astronomer types. Corona is something they think
They're
about.
not drinking, they're looking up at the stars.
Exactly. Then the A finalists have long, straight-sided cigar. Because, you know, Dan and Eric and those folks, they're sitting up, oh, how'd you do last year?
Exactly.
Big cigar. Also, it's a word some people don't know the meaning of as cigar, Corona.
I didn't know that. I guess I don't smoke
You're
cigars.
having too much
I'm
cerveza.
down in the Corona class of the beer drinker. That's my class, right there.
Meanwhile, there's a crossword tournament happening.
And it's going great. It's going great. Yes.
Brian was stuck on compare notes for a little while, 22 across.
22 across.
Clue
Okay.
as discuss a mutual X.
That is one of the most chilling clues I've ever read. Really, compare notes? Oh yeah, no, that is amazing. I would love to, just the scenario of that.
And it crosses with 19 down, which is hotter.
Yeah, right, because that's what
Discuss a
you're
mutual
comparing.
X.
Who's hotter?
Great, thanks.
Was I hotter than you?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Also crosses. Brings back memories.
Although in the hardest set of clues, the clue for that same compare notes is unbelievably difficult. 22 across.
Right, it's just confab.
Confab.
I looked at that and thought, oh, that's a noun. I'm looking for a noun. No, you're looking for the verb to confab. Let's confab about our mutual ex.
Yes. I was clearly hotter. I also, right, we were talking about some of, because there are some, oh, yes, please.
I just want to mention that Brian is
So
very close. He's got a really strange thing for the long 46 across, which is chandeliers. The clue is highlights, and he's got something starting with ASA. Asandaliers, which are more low lights, really.
And you know, very expensive to get. You can't just go to any salon.
And his problem is 46 down, which is the pre-med subject.
Oh, yeah, he's realized this.
He's got, it wasn't
Oh, now
anat for anatomy, it's chem for chemistry, he's figured that out.
Yep.
He's got how did it go?
How did it go?
He hopes
It was
goes.
about to go badly, and then he turned it
He has to
around.
have filled in the whole puzzle. He's pointing at the blotch. Father said, no, really, that's a P, and he's done. He's done, he's acknowledging it's a P.
That's it.
Matthew sort of worked from the lower right to the upper left, and is filling in all the words backwards.
Is it backwards? That's just your judgment call, Greg. I would say forwards. Okay.
Fair enough.
But he's right, to end in the beginning.
One across, glued in the B as fist, as jabber,
Yes.
fist.
A fist.
We'll talk about the A clue for that later. I am so sorry. Indeed. All right, there you go. Arnold.
It's got a bit to go yet.
And he was here in 2005. He's took me 14 years to get this far. He's gonna use all his time.
I like 30 across being a Nevada tourist attraction.
Lake Tahoe.
Lake Tahoe, of course. That's what I think of when I think of Nevada first. Again, Corona people think Vegas.
That other tourist attraction.
That's right.
Robin shared with me that she originally had a clue for that answer, which was where Fredo went fishing for the last time. I think that was an A
That's pretty
clue.
great.
If you've seen The Godfather, it's great. If you haven't, you're like, I don't know. I assume it was a lake.
All right.
Arnold's down in the lower right. He doesn't, not sure about cheese curl. He's got chi and blank curl.
I will admit right now that I have never had a cheese curl.
It is, according to 26 down in this puzzle, an air puffed snack.
Isn't. Maybe that's why I've never had one. It's just full of air. It's a hair puff snack. All right. A cheese curl. I've imagined they're delightful.
But in the A clues, cheese curl is clued as wise offering. Because
That is impossible.
you get smarter the more you eat, right?
Right. Oh, yes, exactly. And wise offering. Especially when you're comparing exes and you're not the hotter one.
Yes. Wise that's the chip making company.
How'd it go?
That's another great entry with a bunch of great clues, right? How'd it go? That's 50 across, right?
50 across.
They could all be anything. The first one is, the C clue is, well, what happened? And then 50 across in the B is, what happened? And then in the A's, it's, so.
I know.
That's 2 letters.
If I saw so with a question mark and that many letters to fill in, I would just put, what?
And of course, if you read 50, that row all the way across, it's what Khrushchev said on the phone. How did it go, Yuri? Yuri, of course, is clued here as the former Soviet leader in drop-off, but in the C and the A clues, we reference, in A, it's the first name in space. First name
That's
in
right.
space, Yuri Gagarin.
Yuri Gagarin. And a friend of mine used to go in front of audiences and say, who was the first person up in space? And people would, of course,
John Glenn or Neil Armstrong.
that's right,
I
that's
guess,
what they
something
say
like that.
back, and then he would correct them, Yuri. Obviously, if it's part of a puzzle, we know that it is a challenging thing. And then he would often say, poor Yuri, his whole life is going, what do I have to do to get people to know my name? Be the first man in space? Not good enough.
Got a square
All
round
right,
right in the
Arnold
middle.
has the puzzle filled in. He's wisely taking the time to check it.
Yeah.
He's got nothing to lose at this point.
Or is that a B in
Oh,
silver?
and right in the center, he's got
It's a P,
sober,
it's
Oh, yes.
where it should be sober, like some judgments.
I mean, when I'm drunk, that's how I spell sober. My voice goes right into his audio then.
He had the down, of course, is Abu and Apu. Down is the Aladdin monkey, which is obviously Abu, but he didn't see Aladdin, so that's Abu.
The rest of it, I'm just looking across to see. Yep, just going through each one. Feeling good. Sources. Red. Oh,
Fixing his hands
Oh,
right
yeah,
in. You want to make that
sure.
look good.
That page was a little strange. Much better.
That's 40 across. Common cells is the clue there for A.
That seems a little too hard.
Yeah, look at the A clue. The A clue is little bundles of energy.
All three finalists are correct. So in third place, finishing an official time of 12 minutes and 15 seconds, but just checking his work much faster, is Arnold Reich. In second place, perfect in 7 minutes and 36 seconds, is Matthew Grismacher. And our grand prize winner in the B division, perfect in 6 minutes and 50 seconds, is Brian Fodera. So collect your trophies, your books, and your checks. And officials, you come to the front. Let's switch the playoff boards.